The hell? That didn't work. Oh, okay, that was screwy. I don't know what happened.
You
there.
need
Let's
a
try that
producer,
again.
Neil. You need
Mikey!
a producer. What the hell?
Everything was delayed for some reason, so we'll try that again. Here you go, folks. That's better. There we go. Welcome, everyone, to the Aunt Juror After Party. And so far in here with us tonight, we have the guest of honor, Aunt Juror, is with us tonight. We have Real Pumpkin Jay, who's with us. First time in here, actually. And we're now discussing whether or not to have them on the show. All right. And we also have Randolf Richardson, my neighbor, and also the amazing Stephanie, or Steph Sales, as you put it here in the
Stephanie.
Same thing.
Hi.
I've met you in person. We've hugged. It's all good.
I know. We'll always have Fort Wayne.
Well,
it ain't
definitely.
Paris, I'll tell you that.
No, that's for sure.
I can't drive to Paris, so there you go.
Well, you could, but it'd be rather wet, I think.
Although Elon Musk claims to have a vehicle that will actually go across rivers if it's not too choppy.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Wow. I kind of want the James Bond Lotus Esprit from the old movies where it turns into a submarine. That was pretty cool.
There you go.
They need to make one in Lego so I can collect that one too.
They need to make a functional one in Legos, I think. Actually do that. That would be pretty cool.
Like go underwater?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think you can pretty much put whatever you want underwater in Lego. I used to have Lego boats that I built as a kid, but they never really stayed afloat. They always sank. Lego's just too heavy. So, oh well. What do you do? Well, geez, guys, I don't know. Quit hogging all the conversation.
I was just waiting to make sure you were done with the introductions.
Sorry, I was just waiting in the live chat. So
I haven't met Jay yet, so hello, Jay. Nice to meet you.
Hey, nice meeting you too.
What country are you from?
Germany originally, but I live in West Virginia right now.
Oh, why?
Long story.
Okay.
Stay away from the hurricane. It's headed your way, apparently, but maybe not. It might be headed my way, as far as I know.
Really?
Which would suck. Well,
another hurricane?
It's Ian. That just devastated Florida, and it exited America's dong a lot further south than it was supposed to, and so it got as soon as it hit the Gulf Stream, it intensified into a hurricane again, and now I'm not entirely buying the trajectory of where it's going. It could sneak up the coast a lot further than the Carolinas, and if it stays offshore, then hello. I'm hoping it doesn't. But
Stay safe.
The projected path right now is to bring just a shit ton of water east of the Appalachians, and kind of petering out in West Virginia. So look out for floods.
Nicholas Suter in the live chat, he's been doing some breaking news coverage on the hurricanes lately, and he does these long streams, goes into a lot of detail showing what's going on without all the hype that you get from news channels. It's quite good. I highly recommend it.
Why did you use air quotes when you said breaking news?
It was Fiona broke Canadian hauling, man. and Shannon Q, and all those folks are good friends in Nova Scotia. Nova Scotia PEI got absolutely hammered by that
Hammered,
saga.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ollie's okay, by the way. He called me. And
that's
he's
good.
staying with his parents. He's staying with his folks, and they have a generator. I'm not sure if he's got his power back yet or not, but
Is his house okay?
oh yeah, well he lost his sheds, the two sheds. He had a metal shed and he had a wooden shed, and they both were toast.
They got 100
They were
knot
showing
winds. 100 knot winds. That's a lot.
That's huge. They were showing roads that I guess the asphalt hadn't laid, good enough that there was like gaps under the sides, like on dirt sides or something like that, and it was lifting up pieces of the road, and the road got broken up in some areas. So yeah, it was pretty bad. Pretty nasty stuff.
End times.
So
Jesus is coming soon.
Those of you who are not subject to having a hurricane actually hit, that's good.
Yeah. I was in Fort Belvoir during, what was it, Sandy? And I was so close to the water, I was nervous. We had water sitting at the bottom of near the bottom of the porch. I'm like, ah! My street was a little river.
A girl I've known since third grade. Her house was on the Jersey Shore during Sandy, and it got badly damaged. And she rebuilt. They rebuilt and the whole thing, and all of that. But man, that was devastating. And at the time, then Representative Ron DeSantis of Florida, now Governor Ron DeSantis of Florida, voted against giving any federal money whatsoever to people in New York and New Jersey.
To demonstrate what I was thinking about that.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Help each other out.
DeSantis.
Just help each other out when things go bad.
Yeah, exactly.
Just help each other out.
Let's imitate North Dakota in that case. They're doing that really well. They have regular stuff. Well, when was that? 2009. We drove through North Dakota. They had ice blocks the size of cars going down the road.
Oh, what? Really?
Ice blocks the size of cars.
Unbelievable.
At the time, I had family in North Dakota.
Did you race one?
No. Oh, no, wait. That was 2007. 2009 is when North Dakota was flooded.
Oh, yeah.
Also fun.
Wow. I have never been in a tornado. They're talking about tornadoes and hurricanes. I've not been in a hurricane, and I've not been in a tornado. We almost got, the Pacific version of a hurricane, which is a typhoon. We almost got one a little while ago, but it hit Alaska and started coming down the coast, but it petered out. Hi, Shannon. I hope you're doing okay. A couple other people I know had some serious damage done over there because of Ian, but it's good to see. I've been in several, yes, including the latest one. It's good to see that you're all right. Give a big hug to Paul for me too. You guys survived. You're survivors.
No.
Yeah, we were supposed to get that one, the typhoon or whatever the fuck they call them on this side, coming down from Alaska, but it never did. We got a little bit of wind like a day or two later, and that was it. Like no rain, anything like that. Which is weird because where I live, it's always fucking rainy usually. So that's why they nickname it Raincouver.
Well, we did get that rain earlier this year. That was like 30 days of heavy rain in one day. That flooded highways and whatnot. Oh, Paul's having a party.
Paul's getting drunk with the neighbors. Brilliant. It's a hurricane party.
Hurricane party, yeah.
That works.
Except a few days late, actually.
They're going to spin like tornadoes.
They got to invent a new shooter and call it Hurricane Ian shooter.
Isn't there already a cocktail called a hurricane?
I don't know. Maybe I'm not much of a big drinker other than beer and and scotch, but that's about. Actually, I can't even drink that shit anymore because of the pills. But
Yeah.
I'm kind of sad
Well,
about that. But
one bourbon, one scotch, one beer.
one
There you go,
beer. Yeah. They gathered up all the fallen trees and they're having a big fire. Very cool. Hey, what else do you do with them, right?
Yep.
Yeah, you do Nova Scotia shit.
Yeah.
Sounds like fun.
Hey,
though.
man, Nova Scotians know how to fucking party. I've been there several times in like Truro and stuff, and they know how to fucking party there.
Oh, yeah.
Used to go see my cousin Lucas, and we go out to like the beaches and stuff like there, and big roaring fires and booze and lots of fun stuff. Shrimp cock. Oh, Jesus Christ, Randolph. you and your goddamn memes.
Well, did you see the categories of hurricanes that Randolph had up there earlier?
I did not.
Cat 1, Cat 2, Cat 3.
I'll bring it back.
Cat,
I'll
put
find that.
it back up there because it's pretty good. I like that one.
Well, if Paul's partying,
Try
do you want to
focus.
join us, Shannon? I can send you a link if you want to jump in for a little bit.
No drinking.
Tuesday. Sounds like a Tuesday, yeah.
You might put this full screen.
Huh? What's that?
You can put it full screen. You can actually read the text a little more easily that way.
Sure. Here we go.
Nice.
So hurricane wind scale, Cat 1, 75 to 95 miles per hour. Cat 2, 96 to 110. Cat 3, 111 to 129. Cat 4, 130 to 156. Cat 5, 157 miles per hour or higher.
Look at the fucking flying cats.
Okay,
Well
Cat
done.
4 is my favorite. That is adorable.
I figured out Jer would have something to say about this.
How the hell do I get rid of that now? Oh yeah, that's why. Just do this.
My cat's
There
hair
we
is
go.
too short for that.
Oh, you're
My cat would
taking
be
an
blown away.
early night, are you, Shannon? That's fine. Thank you for stopping by, anyways, and saying hello. It's good to see that you're okay.
Good night, Shannon.
It is very
Good
good
night.
to know you're cool.
Oh, Shannon's always good. Always been cool. Come on, let's
I realize
yeah.
that, but cool and safe, not
cool and safe. Yeah, no, I know. I'm just bugging.
She's
underwater
really
and
smart.
Latin.
I like the insight she shares, especially on the psychology side of things. It's
Oh,
really
yes.
Okay,
so.
let's not placate her ego, okay, there, buddy.
Oh, she's got training in psychology. That won't work anyway.
True.
Yeah.
She
Wait,
knows I'm
somebody's
kidding.
talking about stool. What's going on?
Nobody's talking about stool.
Oh, check the
Stool
chat.
got his anus potato dislodged. What?
That sounds like a good
somebody
thing.
is talking about stool. Oh no.
Farron's talking about Jesus Christ. Farron, we need to get you on the show too one of these days, man.
Oh, there's stool.
Oh, stool there now?
Yeah, I see stool right
Here.
after Carol's.
Oh, there he is. Hey, stool.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh no.
This is the
No,
second time that I'm in the
no.
stream today. That's stools in the comments.
Stool's everywhere. He's like omnipresent.
I will roast my anus potato on Shannon's bushfire.
Oh, geez.
I'm glad
Now
you
we're
picked
talking.
up the slack there on here.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't possibly go there. I mean, seriously.
Well, Sesamius? Sesamius?
You haven't-
You've not been by here in
ain't
quite some time. They
you
are
ain't been
always
around much.
derailed.
I think the last memorable hurricane that struck here was like in 1986-ish. We kind of got a direct hit. It was Category 1 storm and blew like 72-ish. 72. I think that the highest wind we saw at the Portland Yacht Club was like, I don't know, it was maybe 90. And it was blowing really hard. And at the time we were hosting the J35 North Americans. And we were just like, we're not sailing today. We're not selling today. And we're, before the shit hit the fan, we're gathered at the club. The competitors are all there. The team from Texas is going, a little wind, a little rain, hell. What the hell's wrong? What the hell's wrong with you people? Let's go out sailing. It's like not insane. We're not doing that. As a matter of
Clearly
fact,
they don't sail.
we advise you to make sure all of your ground tackle is good and you get all the crap off your boat. There's no windage or anything. Just take care of business because we're not sailing in hurricane conditions.
Oh. Yeah. Well, at least it's still attached.
I think I just thought of a new game. I'm just going to mention, like, say a type of a word or of something, like an object or a place or something, and see if he has a meme for it. Because the guy literally has like a computer dedicated to an entire like thing of memes.
I have over 41,000 memes now.
Wow.
Hi, Bree. You want to join us? Send me a message. I'll drop you a link if you want to jump in.
I think Bree is buzzing, so I think that's maybe an indication. Isn't it funny how a bear likes honey? Buzz, buzz, buzz. I wonder why he does.
I'll send you one anyways, and if you're up for it, you can jump in.
Ben!
There we go.
Ben's here.
Sailboats are
Yeah,
very...
Ben's here.
Hey, Ben!
No, it's weird. Still hasn't talked about custard yet.
Don't tempt.
I guess I better send one to Ben as well.
I think so.
See, it's usually Mikey's doing it also. So
I know. You need a producer.
no,
Your producer.
I know, right? Mikey, he was up late and then he stayed up and he did the Bin podcast and then he was just like, "Fuck this, I'm too tired, so I can't do it tonight." So it's great. Now I got to deal with it all. Thanks, Mikey. Damn slacker. I feel like a god. Sure, Bree, we'll give you a minute.
Oh, well, okay. I wonder, what does it feel to be? How does it feel to be a god?
Very heavenly.
That's kind of a. Isn't that kind of a Star Trek thing?
Well, an
early first season Star Trek thing. Where these people that got zapped with some kind of stuff and they turned into superhumans. It's like, you can be a god.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the one about the Greek gods that they found.
No. This was a really early one. This was a really early one. It wasn't Apollo. When they ran into Apollo, Apollo at one point in time. They also ran into Da Vinci, which was kind of an interesting one. Anyway.
Can I answer Carol's question?
Sure.
She asked me atheist, agnostic, or other. Other. I identify as a secular pagan. I would have answered it earlier, but I had to mute because my cat was digging in the litter box.
Oh. You're referring to this question here.
Yes.
Secular pagan.
Yes.
Yep.
Interesting. Okay.
I'm sort of like that a little bit still. I mean, I even held on to my little Celtic knot ring here and my Wiccan ring there. So, and right in between the two is the atheist ring. So
Nice.
we all take our own paths away from whatever beliefs is. Even though even back in the day when I considered myself to be pagan, Wiccan, whatever, I was never really a big believer. Ooh, that's cool. I was never really a big believer in deities of any kind, anyways. So for me, it was just more about the community of it, and I was dating a girl that kind of turned me on to it all, and it was all about the sex magic. So raising a cone of power. Yeah, let's do that.
Is that when God comes inside you?
Yeah, something like that, I guess.
Yeah, I got invited to one of those things once at a workplace. I told you about it. This woman, she's Wiccan, and she said that it's all witches. They need one guy to join them to help them with this ritual. She didn't say what it was called. I didn't go. I'm already married, but my coworker went. After the weekend, he told me it was basically just a big romp in the woods. He's all into the magic powers now. Now he said,
define romp.
And he said that it exhausted him, but
sexcapades.
And I said so, and he said the next time it'll be a slightly different ritual for a different spell that involves tying him down the whole time, and so bondage. And I said, oh, so I guess you're not going. He says, oh, he's definitely going. he's not going to miss it.
Yeah, see, if I'd have known you at that time, because
the whole Aleister Crowley, I think it's Crowley, actually.
Aleister Crowley.
Aleister Crowley. That's weird shit.
Yeah.
Very weird.
I have his tarot deck, actually.
I don't know. All of my ex.
And here's Bumble Bree. Oh, that's brilliant. I like that.
Hello, Bree.
Hello.
How you doing, sweetie?
Hello.
How's it going, peoples?
Doing good. I got a new jumping spider.
Oh, bold jumping spider. She a big girl?
No, it's Regal.
Regal? Oh,
Yep.
Pretty then.
She's well, the females don't get quite as flashy as the males, but she's little, like she's just tiny. She was just
wild caught her. Did you buy her?
Purchased from a breeder. So she's hiding in her little hidey hole there. See?
You got a nice little cube for her.
Oh yeah. All done up with the coconut stuff and
pot leaves.
Yeah.
You know, Aaron.
Fake ones
showing
of course.
off their snakes.
Yeah, I know.
Yes,
which was pretty weird. Like
so cool.
Show
off my
snake
spiders,
is striking now. The snake is striking. I think I've got to put the snake away. It's like, yeah, okay.
Spider eggs. What?
I need to go to a reptile
like
show
that.
though. I'm itching to go to one. I haven't been to one in so long, an expo or something.
Neither have I. They haven't had one around here for a while.
Yeah. Well, I haven't gone since before COVID because it was like we don't do stuff like that during lockdowns and stuff. I mean, I know people do, but I don't do stuff like that. I try to set a good example, but
yeah. Of course.
I
like
would
your
still,
top, Bree.
Thank you. I would still like to go to one soon. I'd like to meet up with some people, maybe from the community, and go to one together. But
yeah, we still got to meet up.
Yeah, we haven't ever met up anywhere.
Not in person. Yet. Spider squirrel. Runs up a leg and eat your nuts.
Oh no.
Well, now I don't know about that.
That's a fucking nightmare fuel right there.
I've been, Aunt Judy, you were saying you were a pagan. I've been considering calling myself a Gaianist.
Mm-hmm.
Just because that kind of goes more with my philosophy on things and life and sustaining life as a whole. Is kind of my it's the center of my belief system, is that we need to sustain life as a whole. I'm not very homocentric or anthropocentric about my beliefs. I don't think that humans should consider themselves the pinnacle and the only thing that we need to strive to maintain. We need to maintain everything from the little funguses to the little spider that Neil has in his container. Mm-hmm. Everything, it all is a link together in a network. We've shown that there's communication through the mycelia between different organisms and plants and fungus, and As animals, we're a little bit more removed from it, but we can see it and we can see their communication. We don't know what they're saying yet, but we see it's there. There's something behind that. So I do believe that is could be considered an intelligence behind the earth, because they control the flow of rivers. They send nutrients to this area. They block this with roots. They communicate with each other and make plans and terraform the land to their needs.
You talking about plants?
My
Plants
favorite
and fungus.
my favorite Tolkien characters are the Ents.
Mhm.
Oh, ants.
I think
Yeah.
the Ents are
That's
fucking cool.
But that's the theory I keep meaning to bring to Randolph's
Mhm.
Fortnite stuff, but I never can make it work with the time and schedule.
Oh, our fortnightly stream. Yeah, the one we do every 2 weeks. Yeah.
So I think that'd be a fun one to present to your team there. But
Oh, yeah, we'd love it. Yeah.
Are you still formulating this belief system or
Gaia
whatever?
theory isn't my theory.
Mm.
It's actually it's a real and with the mycelia and stuff. That's just the science behind it. I mean, I could go into details about it, and I'm not making any supernatural
mycelial
claims
network.
about it. I think these are
Right.
No,
natural.
it's not. It's natural.
It's a
I
natural.
mean, as far as
organ.
your own personal, not beliefs, values, that's what I want to say. Your own personal values, are you still formulating that around
Oh
this
yeah, all the time.
Gaia system? Or
I've cut out. So I've kind of worked down like on my diet and stuff. I stopped eating. I'm leaning toward more and more towards a vegan diet. Right now I'm only eating really fish and some poultry, just to maintain my protein and stuff. But it's yeah, I do plan on going vegan at some point, probably as I move down this path a little bit further.
well, if you need any tips or recipes, I've been vegan since 2005.
Oh, you're vegan.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
And
I probably
even-
do need some tips.
Even within that, I'm even how many, like almost 2 decades later, I'm still reevaluating and deciding. Like I decided that honey isn't that big of a deal to me as long as it's like local and like raw honey, not like whatever.
Processed.
But
I
like,
will say about honey, of all the insect vomits that we have tasted, it is the tastiest.
but yeah, I'm still like evaluating like what do I believe because somebody told me to believe it. Like in order to be vegan, you have to be this, and this.
Ooh, can I
Well-
poke your vegan? What do you think about insect protein?
I say no, but I'm still one of the things I'm reevaluating is the line between like plant and animal, like where
And there's fungus in there too, because fungus are actually closer related to us than either of us, than plants or animals are related to plants.
yeah, so I'm not like militant, like it has to be this. Like I don't
Right.
have solid beliefs about like where the line is drawn, and I still think that everybody should draw the line for themselves based on
Mhm.
educating themselves about what's going on, and if however they decide, they should live that, but don't just be ignorant and be like not know where your food comes from. Make conscious choices about it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I'm good. I'm down with that.
Yeah.
And one of the things I always thought about the tradition of like saying grace before a meal, and it's expressed in different ways, but I thought about this during deconversion. Well, you know what this is all about? It's all about realizing and recognizing that my life depends on some other life's death. It doesn't matter what it is.
It's
I mean,
how
even
ecology works.
even if you're eating a plant, that plant is going to die. If you're eating fruit, you're eating something that is. You may be actually part of that plant's reproductive cycle because you throw the seeds away, and that's how the seeds get spread, and the
No,
plant
you poop
gets.
the seeds out, Steph.
Or you poop the seeds out. If you if it doesn't go to the sewer plant, then
Well, if
You
you
run around in the backyard and poop them out, and they'll grow the
Well,
trees.
that's
yeah,
what
well,
like,
I know, but people tend to. I tried that once, and it didn't work out.
my
you
neighbors
swallow
calling the
the
cops every time I go to the bathroom.
if you swallow the watermelon seeds, give it a few months, then you can poop out a watermelon. That's how that
Whoa.
works.
Is that like
What?
showing with Firestone? It's like pregnancy is like shitting a pumpkin. I don't know.
What's that?
My mom
What
used
is
to
it?
tell me if I
Apple
swallowed
seeds
the
that have
seeds-
arsenic in them?
Well, whatever. You get what I'm saying. It's like so when you say grace, or when you give thanks for a meal, you're not giving thanks to God. You're giving thanks to the critter that, or nice.
Actually,
You're
I'm gonna point something
giving
out
thanks to the life that to the marvelousness of life. I mean, I wish something would eat me, but
Well, that's why I don't understand why we put our loved ones into like these sealed containers, like vacuum seal them and bury them in the
Right.
dirt. Let them go back into nature. Let me go back into nature. That's what I want. I
Well,
want to be consumed into that system.
Bree,
I'm
move to
gonna-
Washington.
Weirdest
In Washington, they
commission.
just legalized human composting.
I am thinking
Yeah.
about moving out west, so that's a real possibility.
I'm going to address this statement here by Carol the Atheist. Actually, plants do have levels of sentience. They can recognize their relatives.
Indeed.
They can recognize musical stuff. They actually respond to music. They respond to trimming. Like if you go to trim your plant,
Photosensitive.
well, they know that you're about to trim them, and they go into they kind of go a little bit until you start trimming them. Then they get used to it. They've done all
There's
these new
something cool
tests
about that too. On a holly tree, like if you look at a holly tree, the leaves that are down low will have spikes on them because when a deer eats the leaf or a goat or whatever, when it eats a leaf, the new leaf that grows back in with spikes. So they'll look like two different sets of leaves. On the top, they'll be just the round regular leaves, and down low they'll be the spiky ones.
Yeah, they do. They do have a levels of sentience, not quite like us and some of the animals, but they do.
It's like a spectrum of cognition, of their ability to be aware of their environment. So even like slime molds are so amazing, and they're made up of.
They're insanely smart.
Yeah, they do mazes and stuff like that. They're even more basal than a plant. The thing about plants is they're mostly stationary because of the way that they feed. So they don't need a lot of environmental awareness, a lot of visual awareness. They just need to know. They put their roots down. They're aware of a lot of things that we don't even know. They're aware of the chemical composition of the soil. They're aware of the temperature and the air pressure and the angle of the sun.
They were on the show Quirks and Quarks on CBC Radio. They were talking about this last month or so, that they discovered the trees and other plants are actually sharing information in the air and helping slightly with distributing resources to help other grow up together. It's very
that's what I was rambling about with my Gaia theory. Yeah, that they are actually communicating. They are interacting with each other under the ground, through the mycelia of the fungus and through the root systems network of the plants,
and in the air.
It covers everywhere.
Oh yeah, and with spores in the air, and
they're saying the kind of information they're sharing very often is the types of resources each of them has, and
chemoreceptive information. Yeah. And there's insects are sensitive to that too, and they get their information from the plants and the
they mentioned that too. Yeah.
And it causes them to react, and they'll have some of them will even have what's the term I'm looking for? Where it triggers a phenotype to develop in them when they mature. what's the word I'm looking for? It's like when grasshoppers turn to locusts. God dang it! I
Like
can't
a trigger sort of thing.
It triggers it, but I can't remember the term that's used for it.
Polymorphism.
Is it polymorphism? I think that might be right.
Trees don't have brains like we do, Carol, but they do have something. They have like something similar in the form of a nervousy type system.
And it's important to keep in mind that not all animals have brains either. Brains are just a brain is just like a really complex ganglia. Really, that's a whole mess.
Gaggle of cells.
Even though I'm blonde, I gotta say I've noticed there are some people who also don't have brains. At least that's how it seems.
Indeed.
You've been looking at mud fossil videos.
Sounds more like the Wizard of Oz.
Don't hit that.
Oh, wait. It is a shame that Ollie-Man's not in here because you've got a disc ball.
Oh,
yeah, he'd be all over that.
I've sent him a copy of this meme already. He's got it.
Okay.
But your
I'd like to
thoughts
see
in
how
the
he's
right
doing.
place. Yeah, your thoughts in the right place.
Pumpkin J, where are you at?
I'm in West Virginia.
West
Or do
Virginia.
you mean like West Virginia?
Is it fall there yet? I was just
no.
wondering about the season.
Oh yeah. Let me see. Hold up. Let me see the temperature outside. Right now it's 11 degrees Celsius.
Okay.
I wonder what the
I don't know
temperature
what
is
that's
here. Let me check.
Hold on, let me change that real quick. It's that's 52 degrees Fahrenheit. Sorry, if it's not in Celsius, I don't really.
It's 56 here in Fahrenheit, so it's we're a little bit warmer, but it's been cooling off. I have to wear a jacket at night and stuff, which it went straight from being like boiling hot to being chilly.
We took the ACs out and put on heaters. I don't have like air in the house, so I have window units and little AC heaters.
You don't have air. What are you breathing?
Celsius works well here in Canada, but I'm hoping the whole world will go to Kelvin's one day.
Maybe she is. She's breathing, or they're breathing the carbon dioxide that we're exuding.
Yeah.
It is 6 degrees Celsius, 42 degrees Fahrenheit here.
Oh, that's cool.
Yikes.
I bet your leaves are already turning up there, aren't they?
They're beginning. They're starting. They're starting. They started a little bit early because it's been dry. The summer's been a dry summer.
We still got like 3 or 4 weeks.
It's 21 degrees here.
Celsius,
yeah.
Cool. No, part of the reason why I prefer Celsius over Fahrenheit, one of them is that I was raised with it, so I know what it feels like when it's that temperature. But also because if you take a liter of water and heat it up by 1 degree, you use 1 calorie.
Correct.
The metric system.
Oh, it's logical. I do think that Fahrenheit makes more sense for how it feels
for Americans.
No, but it's 0 is fucking cold. It's fucking hot.
Well, so what's
really quite because 0 degrees Celsius to me is not cold. That's not cold.
It's just freezing. That's when water freezes.
I know, but it's not cold.
That's cold to me, babe. That's freezing to me. I need tropical climate. I hate living in Illinois. I need to move someplace. I'm gonna move to the desert where it's warm.
Last winter, actually, it was -5 Celsius, and I started I started bringing a jacket along. My work uniform is a polo shirt. Well, this is not it, but
I'm still wearing flip flops right now, so it's whatever.
Yeah, I get cold easy. I'm cold right now, and it's like 73 in here.
I'm just fat.
Yeah, me too.
I'm poorly insulated, is the way I describe myself.
Poorly insulated.
Yeah.
I'm like a barn standing in the wind. It cuts right through my bones. All my old aches and pains come back. Anything where I ever sprained my ankle or bumped my elbow, they all start aching when it starts getting cold. I've never broke a bone though.
Wild.
I broke a toe once, which is kind of like not really having a real broken bone, but
because it's broken.
Well, I mean, you don't have a
Kinda is.
cast. You
Yeah.
don't have a cast.
I
Yeah,
broke
broken
the
phalanges
tailbone
are-
once and the sacrum once, so you don't get a cast for those either.
Yeah, like
they couldn't
Hurts
cast
like
when I
hell.
broke here. So now my knuckle sinks lower than the other one.
You broke your sacrum?
Yes. I was in
Ouch.
the German military. I was wearing my rifle strapped to my back the way I was supposed to. And I was trying to get over a wall, and I didn't get my foot all the way up, and I fell backwards onto the stock of my rifle.
Oh, and you had to
Broke
wear
my
one of the big padded diaper things for 2 months.
Not really, no.
Oh,
I had really good painkillers though. And
I did
I
just
was
for
given
fun.
something to make sure I didn't have to push much when I was going to the bathroom.
ooh.
Yeah, it was pretty harsh to get, even just to get to the ambulance.
so would you guys be buried with the tree thing where they plant the tree inside you
Oh yeah.
in the your
Oh, I would
nutrients?
love to do body farm.
Yeah.
I wanted to get cremated and shot into space like Gene Roddenberry and Carl Sagan and whatnot. And you
Well,
orbit the Earth for a couple of years and then you come back down as a shooting star.
I understand wanting to be cremated, but there's like put so much energy into destroying all the nutrients that you have in your body. Wasted.
Yeah.
One of the weirdest commissions I ever had
Still not
was
as cool as coming back
building
as a
a
shooting star.
literal body bag for someone. They were fans. They wanted to have a green burial, and they asked me to build them a body bag.
Okay.
That's awesome. I want you to do that for me too, please. Take
Okay.
one.
Now, for me, I want my loved ones to be cremated because then I can take some of their ashes. I have a necklace where I have pendants on it. One has ashes of a dog, and the other has some ashes of my mom in it. So I would prefer my loved ones to be cremated so I can keep a part of them with me. But for me, I want like all my parts to be used. Like donate my organs, donate my body to science. Whatever's left, take it to the body farm. If there's anything left from that, then compost it. Just use everything.
Composted. Is that weird?
What?
My roboting.
Yeah.
A little bit.
A little bit,
Oh.
not terribly.
Yeah.
I'm
I just said
so- Sorry.
being composted sounds fantastic. That's all I was going to say.
I seem to remember Neil deGrasse Tyson talking about how cremation is not as good as burial because I think his explanation was that with cremation, the heat just goes away, whereas with burial, the energy stays in the earth. The heat.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, except that I guess it's just the whole preservation industry. The whole you get embalmed, and you get thrown into a crypt, and then you get you just sort of sit there and take up space. It's like I don't need to take up space.
Yeah, just
I've
put me
taken
back
up enough
into the
space.
put me back into the
problem-
earth, feed me to the worms and beetles, and I'll be happy.
The problem is the practice of keeping the space reserved for such a long time. Because it doesn't take that long for the body to basically turn into liquid and go in.
Decompose, yeah.
It depends. It really does depend. In Germany, for example, what's that called when you replace the liquids in your body with something?
Embalming.
Yeah,
Embalming.
embalming is not done. You don't have one of those extra sealed caskets. That's just not a thing. But so what happens in Germany after 25 years, they remove the grave, but they keep finding parts. So for the most part, everything is gone. It's just dirt, but then they have to dig and put a new grave there. And sometimes they keep finding bones or bodies that have turned into something that's waxy.
It's because we bury our dead very deeply. I don't think that's natural. I don't think that's the natural state of decomposition that we'd want. That's not the state that I would want anyway. I'd rather be not 6 feet down, maybe 3 feet down. I know that the 6 feet is good for keeping scavengers away, but I personally don't want to keep scavengers away. Let them have me. So, that's just my opinion on it, my position. I guess, like Randolph was saying, you'd want to have some land set aside for this to happen naturally, but I don't see a problem with letting nature just take your body back and just laying it right there on the surface and letting it just happen.
That's why I want to go to body farm. Part of it.
Yeah. But
I'm fascinated by the thought.
That's a good. I mean, that's a good plan. I'm in favor of that. I might, consider the same thing, but mainly I want to be reabsorbed back into the earth. Is my main goal.
Mm-hmm.
Funeral kazoo? What?
They sell everything at Walmart these days.
What about a Viking funeral, Aunt Jer?
Ooh, that'd be cool.
Go out in your go out in your boat and set it on fire until it sinks.
Jer might be having issues.
I'd take that.
I've told my family that I just want them to have a nice party and not worry too much about having some kind of depressing event.
Yeah.
And I know there's other people who are doing this as well for themselves.
When my brother passed away, he wanted to be cremated, so we did, and spread his ashes in all of his favorite spots, and one of his favorite spots was his last appointment was as a minister on Long Island, Maine, just outside of Portland. It's an island in Casco Bay. So what we did is we took a boat out and went around the island and tossed his ashes into the ocean. So I snorted my brother's ashes because the boat is moving forward. It was pretty bad. It's like, oh my God, I've just snorted David. I don't know how this is going. I'm going to react to it.
Yeah, you got him with you forever.
I do.
I'm so fucked up now.
I think because of what I want done to my body, a Viking funeral wouldn't work, but you could maybe like burn me in effigy. Just like put an effigy of me out on the boat and burn that.
Or ask people to just donate some money to some registered charity that helps people.
Yeah, but I'm like, if you need like a ritual to like help you process your grief, then that would be cool.
Yeah. I guess you could always write something in the memo field of the check. But that's not.
This is really cheery. This funerary.
Honestly, I find it very soothing to take care of them after they pass, as a sort of a ritual thing.
Good girl.
I don't know why. It's just very, very calming to me to be there for that.
Yeah, there.
Uh-oh. I think Anger's having some difficulties there.
I think so.
Look, I've got a nasty cold going on.
Oh no.
Yeah. Runny nose and sore throat, all that good stuff.
Mm.
I hope you don't have the Rona, because that sucks.
No, I don't think I have the Rona. I hope not. Like the Pac-Man.
She handed me the remote to watch TV because she needed to go to sleep, and I was like, oh, okay, so then I like said my goodbyes and left because I felt like, oh, she needs to rest, so I should get out of here and leave her be. But now looking back, she may have been telling me, hang out with me. I'm tired and need to take a nap, but here's a remote, watch TV, just hang out with me.
Yeah.
And the crowd goes mild.
Oh, sorry. It's the
Me,
Gosh.
sinuses draining. Need to
Oh.
catch my breath.
meanwhile, Titan is posting Pac-Man headstones, which is kind of what?
Yes. I've seen PragerU ads on my channel. I've seen a couple of other religious-y, like Bibles, sales type things.
When I saw the PragerU ads on your channel, I clicked on them. I hope that helps you get some revenue. Trying to read.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm
yeah,
always-
technically, Praga used that by paying for you.
Well,
if anybody wants to watch Pure Flicks with me on my Discord, I'll riff on Pure Flicks all night long. If somebody wants to hang out and have drinks and watch Pure Flicks movies, watch some Kevin Zorbo and Dean Cain. And
God.
let's roll it.
I'm not
Yes.
that masochistic.
Yes.
have you watched God's Not Dead?
Still, what the hell are you
Oh my
doing
God,
at
I've seen the
this
first
hour?
two. I'm not watching any more of them. Fuck that
Oh
shit.
God, no! I used to honestly. Also part of my history, I used to believe that stuff. So I watched Six: The Mark Unleashed earnestly several times, and now I look at it and just can do nothing but cringe.
All right. So Jay, I'm going to send you my current schedule, and then you can pick a day to come on.
Awesome.
We really need to talk about that stuff. I think it'd be a great
really,
conversation.
seriously.
We need to talk.
We need to talk. we need to talk.
I have to go move my truck. I'll be right back.
Sure.
Right.
And those are never good words. Like, we need to talk.
Under normal circumstances, that's right. Yes.
Oh gosh, no! I've got so much. I can tell stories. The good part is that I work in healthcare, so whenever I'm with somebody else, usually I have some sort of something with them in common with concerning my background. So there's always something going on to where I can actually talk and connect with people just like that when I'm working with them. So usually that helps a lot. And it also helps that I'm a bit of a jack of all trades when it comes to fixing things. Like, oh, you've got a problem with your computer, let me fix that. You've got a problem with your TV, let me fix that. Oh, that chair isn't working, let me fix that. So it's like job-wise and faith-wise, I've basically lived by ADHD.
Whatever works.
Yeah. Yeah.
When I was a kid, I was put on Ritalin.
Yeah.
Not for a long time, but
yeah. Thing is that I also was born with a heart condition.
oh, so you wouldn't be able to do something like Ritalin.
No, I've got something that's a non-stimulant that I'm taking that works, at least somewhat. So that's why I'm better than I was before the meds.
God damn it, Randolph.
I hope you're enjoying Phil Ken 7 here.
I like that. I quit smoking 7 years ago. Gosh, I've got the story
good for
to
you.
everything. That's my problem.
It's not a problem. It's just a bunch of
Nope.
stories, which is fine.
That's right.
It seems like Jay has an echo.
I do? Hold on.
I don't think it's Jay. I think it was Bree. I knew a man named Falk who was running for coroner. His backup plan, if not elected, was opening a forensic school. I gave him his slogan: "Vote for me or Falk you."
Oh, that's good. That's clever. Those are the kind of campaigns that actually get people votes too.
Yeah. Vote for me or fuck you. Yeah, well, it was happening when Bree left, and I could see the avatar lighting up every time somebody spoke. So that's why I figured it was Bree that had the echo issue, because I think she's on like a media pad of some kind or something.
Yeah.
I was muted.
Earlier when I heard the echo, I was muted. So
I immediately thought it was me, so I muted, and then I realized it wasn't this time.
No,
Yeah.
not this time. Not this time.
Remember the one time I wasn't in the stream, and you're trying to figure out who's doing the audio stuff problems, and then I apologized from the text chat.
Oh, it might be me. Sorry. I've never heard you turn your computer up that loud where I'd hear it over here, Randolph. But all right.
Fun times.
I mean, I know you live close by, but not that close.
yeah.
Yeah, we do have to go on the highway a little bit.
I got a new sticker in the mail finally for my hard hat at work, because I like to collect little stickers. So I put some on my car, and now I'm putting them on my hard hat at work. I got this one.
Ooh, that's cool.
Oh, that's very
Lego
nice.
Space. The original Lego Space logo right there. It's going on there. After they made me put first aid stickers on my head, I'm like, everyone knows I'm the first aid guy. Why do I got to put stickers? He goes, we might get new hires that don't know. Stool is watching my colon. What?
So he said earlier in the chat. It was like, hey.
Why? Did the doctor put it on TV? What's going on?
The stool has his ways, apparently.
Yes.
Still
All the way
special.
from jolly old England.
Yep.
Oh, I see that. Yes, it's only 3:25, so I'm putting food into my mouth and watching Neil's colon. How'd you get the video? Jeez. Damn it.
Hold it. We'll clock.
Well, you know that homemade snack that he sent you in the mail? It had a pill in it that was a camera, and he's remotely watching that way.
Brilliant. I think you've got it figured out.
Yep.
Well, I hope everything comes out all right. I'll be on again at 11, folks.
News at 11.
Yeah.
That's how long digestion takes.
God.
That's it. No, it's anywhere from 16 to something hours. Oh, we lost someone. We lost Jay. What happened to Jay?
Bree, check out. Bree just replaced Jay.
I did what?
No.
Oh, there's Jay.
Congrats
Here
on
they are.
yourself.
Bree showed up. It looked like you replaced Jay.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
We
What
thought you might have been
conversation did I
abducted
miss?
by aliens or something there, Jay. Oh, nothing. Talking about my colon, so, you know.
Oh, I haven't been there yet. I've heard good things though.
Well, it's polyp free, so there we go.
Well, that you put that in the brochure.
Semicolon.
Definitely add that to the brochure.
Yes. Come on to my
I
colon.
can tell by the
Polyp-free.
look on Randolph's face, he's going to go make a brochure for that right now.
Yep.
Is
No,
it gluten
that's
free
my
though?
sister.
Because I can't have gluten.
I'm sus, huh? Don't tell that to my daughter.
So, I've seriously been thinking about moving out west though. I just I lived in this area my whole life. I've never really explored beyond the edge of the Shire, so I'd like to go out and see the world a little bit.
Come live with
Yeah,
me.
Are you
I have
out
a question
east?
for Jay.
No, I'm in Illinois.
Does this
Like the most boring state
That's
ever.
no. Go one way or the other.
I grew up in Missouri, so
Yeah, flyover country. I'm sorry.
I have a question. I have a question for Jay.
I'm an East Coast chauvinist, so what can I say?
I have a question for Jay. Does this look like a scary pumpkin design to you?
Yes.
2%
don't. Scary as 1% though.
Oh, you're hardcore.
Because then you never know when it's going to turn off.
you're in Maine, right, Steph?
That's a good.
I am in Maine. You don't get much further east than this, dear. Not in the continental United States of America. I mean, I'm about 4.5, 5 hours from the easternmost point in the U.S. of A. Maine's a big state, actually. People don't realize how large a state Maine is. It's bigger than the rest of New England combined. And it takes a long time to get from. That's why
Maine still seems.
You can't get there from here.
It still seems small to us Midwesterners, though. I mean,
understood, but it's
compared to the rest of New England, and except for maybe New York. New York's pretty big, but compared to like a drive to Chicago from here, just across Illinois itself, I mean, that's a long trip. I'm closer to St. Louis, actually.
Yeah. So it was like 4 hours to
about 6 hours to Chicago on the train.
6 hours to Chicago. Yeah.
It's more like 8 hours when you drive to get into Chicago, because you get out into like the suburbs and stuff, and you slow down to a crawl.
Yeah, the drive from here to Fort Canada is 6 hours. It's a long way.
You all have a train that runs the whole length of the coast there, don't you?
No, we don't. We don't have Jack. The train. The Amtrak stops in Brunswick, and there's nothing.
Is it Survivor?
No, it's a big state. It's very rural. There's more. East of the Mississippi River, there's more unorganized territory in the state of Maine, which is to say, no towns not incorporated, blah blah blah. There's more unorganized territory in the state of Maine than any state east of the Mississippi. And the total population is 1.3 million. So when you're going to talk about rural, this is a rural state. The biggest
heavily
city in
forested
the state is,
too, right?
Biggest city in the state is 60,000 people.
Yeah, I say that's the city I live in is on like 60,000 people, and it's not even on most maps. Yeah. Jay, we couldn't hear you, hon. You had yourself muted.
I said, I live in West Virginia.
Yeah.
Where I live, if I walk outside, there are strict laws when it comes to nudity, but there's no law when it comes to toplessness with women, which is fun. But if I go outside completely naked, I would not get in trouble because there's only cows. I do not see my neighbors. There's stuff growing between.
I bet we could figure out a way to get you into some trouble if you went outside naked.
I believe we could.
Wouldn't get into any trouble now.
Hey, they're out there. Look out there. They're out there in the field of butt naked. What the hell's going on?
Here they're full of old ladies. Sorry, Hunter.
Honestly.
My bad.
So yeah, no.
I thought I hit my mute. My bad.
I grew up in rural Missouri, so I'm all about this country living there. So I have had that in my origin story. We had this apple orchard that used to be up the hill from us, and you have to go up all these winding, because Missouri is like that. It's all rocky hills and winding paths and little flatlands of prairie and stuff. So you climb up to this apple orchard up on top of this bluff, and you can look down over the valley, and it's really cool. And there's apples and apple trees all up around there. Just rows and rows of them.
I lived in St. Robert for 2 years. right outside the next exit from Uranus, Missouri.
Yeah. Oh, Uranus,
Who's
Missouri.
Anus?
They got fudge.
Oh yes, they yell pocket for you too. They have T-shirts that
Well,
say it on there too.
yeah, but
They
yeah,
pack your fudge for you. It's
Yeah.
Uranus Fudge Factory.
You got your you get a little
got
tag that
fudge.
says "Got my
they got
fudge
fudge,
packed
but
in
do they have
Uranus."
custard? Stool is wondering. It was like,
Yeah, Stu was talking about
Oh, yes.
custard.
Yeah.
But
Take it.
since the first time we met, we were doing a story game, and somehow I lost contact, and Stu replaced somehow, I don't know. But it was clear he made me talk about liking custard on my inner thighs.
Nothing wrong with that.
But
Everybody's
that
got
was
their
talking
thing.
about custard.
Yeah, I've never been to the northeast coast. I've been to. The furthest north I've been on the coast is on a coastal state of South Carolina. Oh no, I've been to North Carolina. That's not even.
man,
I've missed a couple of Midwestern states, I think.
You're not missing much. They're all pretty.
Yeah, I was gonna say
monotonous.
you're not missing anything.
Yeah, it's like flyover country, but
I'll tell you what. The drive to Fort Wayne was like, so there all the flip, 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 New England, and then flip, 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 New England, and then York,
Toblerone
Pennsylvania, Ohio, Indiana. Oh, God.
I know that route. I drove from Virginia to North Dakota to pick up my minion.
Your minion?
My minion, yes. The little one. The girl child.
Yeah, I figured.
So, I've basically driven once around. I'm missing the area between North Dakota and Washington State, and I skipped Oregon. But otherwise, I've driven once around.
Skipped Oregon. Why? It's like one of the better states.
Yeah, I know, but that wasn't on purpose. We when I immigrated in 2009, I immigrated through Newark, New Jersey. Then we drove from Newark to North Dakota to visit family. Then we flew from North Dakota to Washington State to visit more family. And then we flew from Washington State to California to visit the rest of the family. And then we drove to Texas because we were living in Killeen. We were going to live in Killeen then. So I basically skipped a couple of states in between there.
Gotcha. You were close to me. Well, close to Anjur too when you were in Washington State. So
yeah, so I was
I haven't ever been to the Pacific Northwest either. So I would love to go up there.
It's fresh up there.
Yeah.
Fresh is a good way to put it.
Quite windy.
I would
Really?
I'd love to come up that way, maybe even hop over the border and spend some time in 604 Atheist country.
We could take you around here and show you some of the cool spots to go.
Yeah.
I
That'd be
would
definitely
love
fun.
to get the Pacific Northwest at some point in time. It's kind of on my bucket list. That's a place I'd love to go.
How
that
far are
should
you
happen.
from Vancouver anyway?
Me?
Yeah.
I can be in Vancouver in just over 10 minutes.
Oh wow, you're really close.
I'm in a place called New Westminster, which is literally central to all of the Lower Mainland and Vancouver. Like, I can get to Burnaby in like 10 minutes. I can get to Richmond in 10 minutes. I can get to Surrey in 10 minutes. I can get to Vancouver in 10 minutes. I can get everywhere in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Depending on traffic.
Sounds like the place to be, though.
Well, it's definitely cool. I grew up in Richmond, where Randolph lives now.
Neil is in the center of the universe.
No, that's Toronto. Remember?
Oh, Toronto's
Center of the
nice.
universe is Austin, Texas.
I love Austin. Actually, if I had to move anywhere in the States, it would be either somewhere in Washington State or Oregon or Austin, Texas.
Yeah, I
No,
was an
I
hour and a
would
half north of
I
Austin,
would
and I went there every other day, so it was real cool. Loved it.
I would not touch Austin with a 10-foot pole because Texas.
No,
I
I
just-
know it's in Texas.
I just wouldn't do
unfortunately.
Texas. I get why you're saying Austin, Texas, though. That's like a
Yeah.
hot
I
spot.
understand
not
that
Texas there.
there are wonderful places in any. I mean, Tulsa, Oklahoma is very nice. There are lovely places, and Fort Wayne, Indiana is not bad. But when you think about the political regimes that are established in these locations, I think if you value your life, you don't want to live there, or you might want to move there to change that place. But
That's
if
why I
you
don't live
value
there
your life,
anymore. Honestly, I would not have a problem if Austin became an island.
hmm,
Yeah. Some of the places I've looked at moving is one of the places was New Mexico. It's really cheap to live there.
New Mexico is not bad. I
Yeah.
have family in New Mexico. It's not bad at all.
You know, I don't know. Albuquerque is one of the hubs for where I work, so I can transfer there without any kind of hang-ups at all.
Cool.
Just need to be able to find a place there. That'd be closer to closer place to being able to go visit some of the people I want to go see too. So, yeah, not closer to West Virginia or Maine, unfortunately. So you guys be further away, but
Yeah.
give you all an excuse to come out west. Give me an excuse to go back east.
Last time I keep staring over there because there's a beautiful spider outside that lives here.
Mhm.
Last time I was down there, our AC broke down, and I made my husband stop in Las Cruces to get the AC fixed. Because I'm not driving through New Mexico without air conditioning in the summer.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to do that either.
Yeah.
Try talking now, Antinger. See if we can hear you.
Oh.
Ohio
Oh,
isn't real.
I don't think we can hear you, hon. And I sound nasally.
I'll highlight that in a couple of minutes here, Carol. I'm just rolling up a doobie, so hang tight.
Toblerone stand.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Tobler rolling up a doobie.
Every time I try to click Carol's name, all I get is report a block. And if I do it, if I pull up,
you don't have a wrench.
Yeah, didn't you want to wrench me?
You have to earn it.
Oh, hang on.
Oh,
Oh no, I'll give you a wrench. Don't worry. Hang on, Andrew. I got to take all this apart.
Yeah, I think Neil will wrench anybody who's been on the panel.
I'll wrench anyone for $1. There we go.
How
How
about
about now?
Let's see.
Hello?
I saw your.
Hello?
Yeah, I don't know if we can. Yep.
We can hear you.
Okay.
And now we can't.
Oh, stools! You wrench stool. I did not know that.
Oh
Stool's been wrenched for a long
no!
time.
Oh my God, Neil!
Stool's been wrenched for a
What
long
have you
time.
done?
Well, he certainly didn't get naked and whisper to the cows, which is.
Oh, concerning cows, last winter.
You are neck deep in custard right now, babe.
Oh yeah. Last winter we had a calf that almost died. That was a newborn. So we brought it inside. I stripped from the waist up, and I hugged the calf. I laid with it on the floor with the calf in front of our furnace, so that I could get my husband started the furnace so that we could warm that calf back up. I was basically trying to transfer body heat, but it was in the middle of me being in class, and it was a Zoom class. So they are still talking about how I was laying half naked during Zoom class for pediatrics with a newborn calf, trying to warm that calf up.
Yeah,
Yikes.
that'll leave an impression.
Well, yeah. The calves yesterday morning. The calves were removed, so they are not ours. They belong to somebody else, and the cows, they were separated 2 days ago, and the
didn't know they were
mothers
married.
all mooing all day and all night for 2 days.
It was really dumb.
Yeah.
Stool doesn't believe you and needs pictures.
Yeah, no.
Stool just wants to- Never mind.
Oh gosh. I like that Titan Uranus. I was wrenched
I had
Neil
too much beer that
beer
night.
night.
Who is this guy who keeps coming in here? He's got a wrench. Who gave a wrench? I can wrench you. Hang on one sec.
So Jer's not coming back? It's your special night.
She's got a connection that's acting up and the phone's getting hot. She'll participate from the chat.
It was fun hanging out with you, sweetheart. Glad to talk to you a little bit.
Oh, sure.
Sam thinks I'm still
Sam.
sus.
Bye, I guess.
I'm still sus. We're playing Among Us and I'm sus.
As the saying goes, back in the Stone Age, see him in the funny papers.
I've seen the funny papers yet. I remember that one.
What is that?
Is everyone going to Avatar now? Is it Avatar hour?
No, mine would not give me a picture, so I'm not logged in. So no,
Yeah.
not going to
Oh,
Avatar.
that's why. All right, hang on here.
Oh, he's doing invisible things.
And Randolph is doing some mopping.
He's doing some mopping? Is that what he said?
That's what he said in the chat.
It's hilarious. Okay, hang on here. Let's see. Well, the ad I got was Nubu patches, whatever the hell that is. Oh, come on. You kidding me? This is fucking bullshit.
Well,
Oh, now they're pushing pseudoscience on my fucking shows. I have a problem with that.
Yeah.
pseudoscience.
You've been wrenched.
Wrenched. Nice. Thank you.
You've been raunched.
You've been spanned. Spannered.
You've been spanned.
Yeah.
See, now with a spanner,
Let me see.
every
Well,
time
I did.
Samius, I don't know how to pronounce that. Just calls you
Yes.
sus.
Go to channel. Now I can do it.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
All right, I'm subbed.
All right, so I got to find that one from Carol. Let's see. Beep-dee-doo-doo. If you don't mind.
Do not get custard on your spanner. Aw, thanks for worrying about that, Stool.
Don't get custard on your spam. Here, that's what it was. That's the one I think I would subscribe to my channel for January. Hint, hint. So
That wouldn't be me.
I'm imagining getting custard on my spanner and I'm having a hard time processing that.
Okay.
it's custard. You just
Custard
Okay.
on
Get
my
rid of it.
spammer.
All right.
All right, I'm having a hard time. It's a hard time.
it's a hard spanner. Somehow.
Hard times come around here no more.
Wait, a what now? Bruh. I joke. Just kidding. I'm happy that you're in the chat. I love all you guys for hanging out in the chat. Makes me happy. Well, Hunter, that sucks that your phone is about to explode and that you can't remain in here with us. I didn't even know you had a channel, Carol.
There's nothing on it. But I think we all have on it. Yeah, I have nothing on there either. On mine, I have a channel technically. I think I do have something on there, but I don't know how much of it is actually public. Now that I think about it.
Well, I'm subscribed to Carol now because sounds like she's going to have something happen on that channel. So you're now up to 11 subscribers. Everybody go subscribe to Carol.
I don't have a lot of stuff. Oh, I have some old stuff that I locked up on my channel. That's a ton of it too.
Did I get out-sussed by the sussed one?
Yep. Absolutely.
By the way, any of you guys out there in the chat that have not been on the show, you always welcome to come on the show as a guest. So just hit me up through Facebook or Twitter or whatever. Send me a message.
That's
or you
how
can
I
email
got
me. You can email me at 604 or 604atheist@gmail.com, and I will get back to you. And I'm hearing echoes again. And you see what I'm talking about. If you look over where Bree,
yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I had to mess with my settings earlier when I was doing a thing with Godless Engineer. The sound wasn't the sound of the video was really low. I had to turn everything all the way up.
No.
There you go. I just want to see videos of your cat, Archer. That's what I want to see.
So my channel has an off mic. I don't know what else is on there right now, but it's just sort of lingered since like 2009 or so. There's an off mic session of the Freeport Town Council in which our then 10 Representative Sarah Gideon and future Senate candidate Sarah Gideon made a complete ass of herself. So it's up there. I might throw some shit that way, and I'm thinking about doing some sitting at a sewing machine and crawling around on the floor, kind of crap on I don't know, Twitch or something, but I don't know.
Yeah. I just realized that in my locked videos that are not accessible for anybody else, I have some stuff where I was into woo.
That's cool.
Like leave it locked.
Yes, I will. It's 7 years ago. Oh my God. Mr.
Alexander, of course, you can still read religion and religious books if you want. I still have all the religious books, not just. I have the Torah in scroll form. I have a Bible. I have Pentateuch. I have the Quran. I also have the Satanic Bible. I also have the Witch's Bible. I have a bunch of books like that, all different religions, the Vedas, stuff like that. I've got it all. So of course you can. I find it interesting.
Yeah, not only can you. You should. I mean, people should
encourage it.
It's like people should know.
You don't have. That is what the Book of Mormon.
I have one of those as well.
I do not have a Book of Mormon, and I have not read
Catechism of the Catholic Church.
Catechism, nice. I also have.
The thing about the Book of Mormon is nice. That Mark Twain, Samuel Clemens, famously said, "It's chloroform in print." So I'm not really sure I'm ready to go there. But yeah, I have.
You sent me videos of your cat. Nice.
Toronto Kudsi. That's around. I've got the. Holy Bible right here. Somewhere around, I've got the Bhagavad Gita. And
I got the Gita. I got that one downstairs because it's currently being read by somebody in my house.
Absolutely, it's these are wonderful stories, but they're just stories.
I
They're
find
stories,
I find it interesting.
and it's useful to know what um, they've lasted a long time for a reason.
Yeah. But what I find interesting about them is that they have such an impact on the culture wherever they are. Let's say, for example, India for Hindu scriptures. They have such a lasting impact on the culture overall that I find it very important to have at least a general idea of them if you want to go into the past. Let's say if I wanted to understand somebody in a historical context in the early 20th century, I would have to actually go and see what the circumstances were. For example, in Germany, depending on where they are, it's very Catholic, very Protestant, and that will determine a lot of ways of thinking. So it's quite important to understand the context there.
Yeah, I mean, it's the cultural framework that
Mm-hmm.
that you land in. I
Yep.
mean, if you're, it's an interesting thought experiment to think, well, if I were dropped in, say, Sri Lanka, what would the cultural framework be around
Mm-hmm.
the beliefs that I hold?
Yep.
And how that influences me, because individual humans will develop within that framework. They'll come to their own conclusions if they're, as they live, dependent on the circumstances of their life. But one of the circumstances of their life are those stories that they were
Mm-hmm.
told when they were little,
Yeah.
when they were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years old.
Yep.
The indoctrinate, you can call it indoctrination, but it's not. It's just, it's how you are accommodated into the society you're being raised in.
I
Thing is
gotta
that a lot
I gotta
of
go, guys. I'll talk to you later.
Okay, Bree, thanks for jumping in.
Bye, Bree.
Bye.
Watch for my thank you tweet. Never mind.
Anyway, that's
A lot of the
started getting
lessons that I was
serious there.
taught,
It's like,
a lot of the
I
lessons that I was taught as a child were based on stories.
Mm.
So yeah, they all have it's a different way of transmitting the information, the way that somebody's supposed to behave and think, I'd say.
yeah, I mean, it's like the Grimm's fairy tales, or
Yeah.
there's tons of these things. They're literature. They're just they're a cultural heritage, and it's important to, I think it's important to question them all.
Of course, of
Of
course.
course.
Question all the stories, because
Well, hold on.
look,
If they're being touted as being true, then absolutely
Yeah.
question them.
well, yeah.
A lot of stories were told me as if they were true. And looking at it afterwards, a lot of it is just legend, things that were added to the story. So yes, you have to look at all of it. Like, what did Saint Nicholas do? What did Saint Martin do? And all that stuff. The stories that I was told to be, to how to be charitable. Things like that. They are a good story in and of themselves, but not necessarily as in that actually happened.
Right.
I'm going to address Blue Cat, who mentioned this earlier. Part of me that like to hop in, but not part of this freak to fuck about the idea. What should you do? That's entirely up to you. My suggestion would be to try it. Maybe come in with an avatar like Randolph's doing here, so no one has to no one's actually looking right at you, kind of thing. I mean, we know you're there and we'll talk to you, but you don't have to have that element of fear can be erased, and see how you feel about it. And if you're not into it, you can say, well, it's been fun, guys, but this really isn't for me, and I'm going to bow out. And that will be like, sure, hang out in the chat. It's up to you, though. Entirely up to you. I find most people that are hesitant about doing this after they've done it for a little while, they quite enjoy it. And they say, I feel kind of silly now that I was worried about it, but you don't have to feel silly because it's perfectly natural for a lot of people to not want to do stuff like this. I know lots of folks that are kind of hesitant to do things like this, but many of them that are a little bit and then end up doing it say, that's so much fun now. And when you get to know everyone too, it becomes even easier as well. So
I
but
was
that's entirely up to
extremely
you.
nervous. The first time
Really?
around, I was extremely nervous, didn't know what was going on, etc. But I had already been on Zoom calls with my school, so that was not that bad. Generally, I was really, really nervous about this. And today I'm just like, hey, can you send me a link? I'm going to jump on.
yeah, for sure.
Hey,
Now you're going to be a guest on the
You
show
know.
once we have a little talk
You
about
know,
it.
it's
Off
kind of
this.
fun. It's you know, you just sort of fade into it. Doing
Yeah.
call-in shows on the other hand is a little bit more spicy, but
Oh, yeah.
It's
Well, there are
get
also
fun,
into
spicy
that
though.
shit
people in
too.
there.
It is fun. It is fun. It's funny, fun.
Last night I was in on the recording. It's the long hair edition too. It's me and Elliot and Kelly
Oh God,
Laughlin and all of us had the
yeah.
hair right for nonprofits episode that's coming out. So
Is Kelly let
we
his
did that
beard
last night.
growing again, or is he still clean
I think
shaven?
he's shit. You know what? No, I think he was still clean shaven. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I like Kelly. It's too bad we had a little bit of a falling out, but
Well,
it's
Blue Cat,
all
you're
good.
always welcome here. Always welcome here. So I study to deconvert others. The intention isn't to go. I mean, it's nice when people do deconvert, and don't worry. Atheist / agnostic is on the rise. It's one of the things we talked about on the nonprofits last night was about the rise of secularism, and it's happening, and it's happening a lot faster. So it will happen. I don't go out to try to convert people. I just go out and say, well, what makes you believe this? Like, why are you so convinced? Because many people aren't by the same things you seem to be convinced by, right? So that's how I like to talk about that kind of thing.
I'm happy to leave people with belief in
Sure.
a deity. I've got no agenda to say, well, you shouldn't believe that. I'm not. I don't want. I think there's an awful lot of there's a misperception, misconception, and among people who hew to I shouldn't say extreme beliefs, but they hew to their beliefs in an extreme way.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? I mean, it's like, you're trying to convince me there's no God. It's like, I don't care whether you believe in a God or not. To be honest, that's me.
I have a caveat
I
for
care
that.
about what you do.
That's right. It's your actions based on your beliefs that can be a problem.
If your beliefs lead you to do horrible things to people,
bingo,
then your beliefs need to be challenged because why do you want to do horrible things to people? Stand that. You know, I don't understand why somebody would want to say that people can't have a recognized relationship with people that they love.
Yep.
On the same basis as
100%.
everybody else does, because that's not what their religion says is correct.
Titan nailed it
So
too.
you tell me that your religion tells you to do something, fine. You tell me that your religion tells me I can't do something,
then we got a problem.
Then we have a problem. Then we need to have a discussion here.
Yeah.
It's religious belief per se isn't bad. It's what your religious belief leads you into with regard to your relationship with your fellow humans.
Yeah.
That is a problem, or can be a problem. I mean, I don't like Kenneth Copeland.
No.
Kenneth Copeland doesn't like me.
He's an
And
evil
I'm
fucking
not going to be.
douchebag,
I'm
that
not
guy.
going to be. I'm not going to be. I'm not going to be shy about saying that guy's an asshole.
True.
He literally wants me dead.
Steph, you just insulted assholes.
I'm sorry. That's true. I mean, he literally wants people like me dead. And it's like, dude, you want me to lie down? I mean, the reason I will come into places like this is to explain this. It's like, I don't care. Believe what you want. But but when your belief is gonna impact my life on the daily, like, I can't live in society because you're gonna pass a law that makes me illegal.
Yep.
Go fuck yourself.
Yep.
I mean, at that point I have to fight back.
Yeah.
I'm not fighting you. I'll leave you alone. Leave me the fuck alone.
Yep. Exactly. All right, folks. It's now just after 8, and you saw me munching on a candy bar there. That's because I'm fucking hungry. I still haven't eaten, so I gotta go eat. So
it's after 11 here.
Go.
I'm gonna go eat. But I want to thank you guys. I know. Just remember, it's opposite. So you go. When I point at my Lego, I have to go that way, right? But if I think about it, my Lego is actually over there, so I'm actually pointing at my Lego. So.
Well, this one's easier.
Yeah, but your Lego is like the universal all around you. So there you go.
Fair enough. Thank you, Farron. Thank you so much, man. By the way, my Lego Addiction wish list link is in the description box. And Farron actually sent me some Lego.
That is
already.
Cool.
Yeah. So once again, Farron, thank you, sir. It was a little birthday present from him.
Happy birthday.
Well, Minister Alexander, you are always welcome to come and hang out in the stream, and you're always welcome to be a guest on the show as well. My producer and co-host, Mikey, isn't with us tonight. He kind of overkilled himself today, so he took the night off. You can find me on Twitter at 604Atheist, or you can find me as Neil Bernstein on Facebook, or you can email me at 604atheist@gmail.com, and we can chat, and I'll get you on here if you'd like to talk about it.
I'm pretty sure I have you on all of these.
I'm pretty sure, yes. Yeah, and we'll talk, Jay, you and I will talk about this, getting you on here for sure. Because I got to fill up October. I've only got a few dates filled, and I need to fill up the rest of it because October is literally around the corner.
All right.
So,
couple of days, yeah.
Yeah, I know. My birthday's on the 20th. Hint.
Real?
My birthday's November.
Nice.
So's mine.
So's my sister's. November 16th.
I have 2 birthdays in November, actually.
Oh, yeah, I guess you do.
Oh, my goodness. You're 4 years younger than my mom.
I am?
Yes, you are.
And?
I'm
many
old. Years older than your mom.
So I was the senior in here until Steph showed up. So
sorry, I'd get off my lawn.
Normally, I'm somewhere in the middle, you know.
Get off my boat. Actually, Blue Cat, I was born on the 20th and brought home because I was given up for adoption. I was actually born to Christians and then given up for adoption and adopted by a Jewish family. So so yeah, there you go. Christianity. See, Christianity isn't the right religion. Clearly, Judaism is, because God pointed me in the right direction, didn't he? Right? I mean, I couldn't do it. I was a fucking infant. But anyway,
why didn't you change to Wiccan though?
Yeah, it's true. That's just
but all of the Bernsteins in my family are
Bernsteins in your family?
Yeah, a couple of them.
Wow.
Yeah, but they're LDS.
I'm sorry.
Oh dear. They're Bernsteins, but the LDS Bernsteins.
The LDS Bernsteins.
Actually,
yes. But
I asked my uncle. Well, basically, my husband's uncle. I pointed it out to him, and he goes, "Yeah, I was raised Jewish." I'm like, why didn't you not tell anybody?
Well, I was brought home on Halloween, so every few years my folks allow me to have my birthday on Halloween. So I got
Bobby
to have everyone over
Rattles
in
came up
costume.
with you.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, why am I wet? So we're going to call this one quits. I want to thank my amazing guest who apparently phone shit the bed on her. So Aunt Jur, thank you so much for being the guest of honor tonight. I had a blast with you. And I've been looking forward to it for so long. So and Jay, great to have you in here. Thanks for jumping in. And of course,
Thank you.
Steph, always a pleasure. Randolph, it's about time you started getting back into these. But I know you're up to shit, so it's okay. I'm just teasing. And everyone out there in the chat, it's always great having you guys hang out with us. Love interacting with you. Keep it up, stick around, and welcome all all new people. I guess I was trying to combine the two words or something, short form, like shorthand, or I don't know. Anyway, shout outs to my producer and co-host, Mr. Mikey Famine, who wasn't able to be here with us tonight. Definitely check out his shows, the Bin podcast, and also what the hell's the other one? Dig on America. And he also does the D&D one, Nat One Heroes, I think it's called, and gets together with people and has a lot of fun. Anyways, until then, guys, like I always say at the end of the after parties, like the late great Carl Sagan once said, extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence. And and thanks to all my wonderful patrons. Without you guys, this doesn't exist. So thank you all. We'll see you guys next time.